Hi friends, welcome to today's video of 1 year current affairs rapid revision series. In this video I am going to tell you about 7th June 2024 environment and ecology issues. Okay. The first issue is Bihar bird sanctuaries gain international Ramsar status. Nagi and Nakti bird sanctuaries in Bihar recently named wetlands of international importance under Ramsar Convention. Okay, what is Ramsar Convention? You already know. This is regularly will be in news. Okay, Ramsar Convention means protecting wetlands of international importance. So now these two sanctuaries, Nagi and Nakti, also came under Ramsar Convention. Okay, on June 5th, 2024, World Environment Day. So this made them 81 and 82 Ramsar sites in India. Okay, till now there are 80 Ramsar sites. So Nagi become 81, Nakti become 82 now. Okay, India is serious about protecting wetlands. This move shows how India is serious about protecting our wetlands. India has now 82 Ramsar sites, big step towards country's efforts to protect the environment. Okay, Nagi and Nakti bird sanctuaries, how important they are for environment, not only for wildlife but also meeting local water needs and giving people a place to play. Wildlife and water wise they are more important. So let us go into detail what are the sanctuaries. So what is Ramsar Convention here? It is created in 1971. Ramsar Convention created in 1971 in Iranian city of Ramsar. Its goal is to protect natural areas of importance of people all over the world, to protect its biological conservation. Biological conservation resources should be protected. Okay, wetlands are designed as Ramsar sites if they are of international importance, support vulnerable, endangered and endemic species. So when a wetland is of international importance, it will join Ramsar Convention, then automatically it will get extra protection from the government. If government feel anything like wildlife species in this sanctuary are getting endangered, maybe because of habitat loss, etc. things, human actions, okay, then they will join some convention to be protected by the government. Okay, so introduction to Nagi&Nakti bird sanctuaries. Now we will see where they are located. Nagi&Nakti bird sanctuaries are man-made reservoirs. Means they are man-made ponds. Man-made. Artificial ponds. They are not naturally formed. Some people will just take some area and they will dig a lot and fill water in that. So then it will act like a pond to take, like rainwater will come into it after digging. So what happens, it will act as a pond only, river only. Okay, Jamui district of Bihar. They both are in Jamui district of Bihar. They are located in Jhaja forest range. Jhaja forest range. You have to remember all this, its geography, how much area it is occupying and what are the wildlife species it is important for, that you have to remember. Okay, so it covers 79 hectares and 330 hectares and the dry deciduous woods and hills, marshes. They are having good greenery to support animals, means wildlife. Okay, have become important places for many kinds of plants, animal to live, especially bird species. They are birds' home. In winter or summer time, suppose migratory birds will come searching for water, so then they are home to them. Okay, ecological and social impacts. Over 150 kinds of birds, mammals, fish, aquatic plants live in these sanctuaries, and winter migration patterns of many birds. I told you already, whoever the birds are there from Asia, they will be traveling to India for water. Those birds will come here. 20,000 migratory birds. Among them are endangered Indian elephant and vulnerable local catfish. Catfish, 4 words you have to remember here. Elephant, catfish, pitta bird, mangrove pitta bird, and saras crane. These two are abundant here. Any people, tourists want to see these birds, they will visit here to see the birds. Let us see one by one. What is the sanctuary, where it's exactly located. Okay. So Nagi Bird Sanctuary formed after construction of Nagi Dam of Nagi River. Location and establishment. It is situated in Bihar. Okay. It is in Nagi Dam or Nagi River side in Bihar. Okay. 2.14 square kilometers and established in 1987. It is adjacent to Nakti Dam and primarily protects local flora and migration birds. It protects local flora and migratory birds. So, what are the biodiversity conservation efforts taken till now? Over 1300 different kinds of birds live in this refuge. Some of them are very rare, like Indian pitta. I told you now already, Indian pitta, mangrove pitta bird and saras crane you have to remember here because they are endemic to these places. Okay, this area is an important bird area. Already it is in list of important bird areas. I want to discuss the map also here, where they are exactly located, Nagi and Nakti. I want to discuss the map also, but I thought the day by day the daily current affairs session is going very long. So I thought just to explain whatever the thing is there, whatever the content is there in the topic, that I want to explain. Excuse me. So that it would be easy for you people when you are reading, you will remember what I told. Okay. It is important for protecting saras crane. Already I told you, mangrove pitta bird and saras crane, both are endemic to these areas. Bird lovers often come here for annual bird festival. Okay, it is in list of important bird area also, and many tourists come here to see birds also. Aims to teach people about birds and raise knowledge of them. Okay, what is Nakti Bird Sanctuary? It was formed after construction of Nakti Dam and Nakti River. Again here Nagi Dam, Nagi River, here Nakti Dam, Nakti River. Okay, this you have to remember. Koel River. Nakti River is a tributary of Koel River. So Nakti Bird Sanctuary stretching over 3.74 means approx 4 square kilometers, located in Balia district, Uttar Pradesh, India. Established in 1990. So here Nagi established in 1987, Nakti established in 1990. It comes in Bihar, it comes in UP. Like Bihar UP border, they both. So what is the biodiversity here? What are the key species here? Let us see. Okay. The reserve is very important during migration season. It is coming repeatedly, it is coming in the article, migratory birds. Saras crane, Indian skimmer, different kinds of ducks live here. Okay. Conservation issues. Even though the Nakti Bird Sanctuary is important for environment, it is not well known, it is not famous. Okay, it is not famous and in danger from local farming practices and ecosystem loss, means habitat loss. Habitat loss. It is in danger of habitat loss. So, conservation efforts should be more focused to keep the variety of this area. Okay. So, to save the sanctuary from habitat loss, the conservation efforts should be more focused. Okay, Nagi and Nakti bird sanctuaries are home to many species of birds, mammals, fish, reptiles, and amphibians. Already I told you this point: elephant, catfish, mangrove pitta bird, saras crane, Indian skimmer. Here it come na, Indian skimmer. These five are special to this area. Okay, the sanctuaries are important for bird conservation. Okay. Indo-French TRISHNA satellite, TRISHNA. In place of Krishna, Lord Krishna, you can remember TRISHNA. Satellite targets climate change impacts. Okay, Indian Space Research Organization, French Space Agency, CNES, agreed to work together. This is a Indo-French project. Already it is given in the title only. Satellite mission called TRISHNA. The thermal, what is the full form of TRISHNA? It is written here, thermal infrared imaging satellite for high resolution natural resource assessment. Thermal infrared imaging satellite for high resolution natural resource assessment. Big satellite project whose only goal is to detailed picture of Earth. This TRISHNA, it basically targets two things. Let us see in another slide. Why we have to keep a separate satellite for environment? We have a telecommunication sector satellites and education sector weather satellites. Apart from that, for climate change we are using a satellite because of rising temperature on the earth. The earth heat is day by day increasing. Due to that we are getting cyclones, etc. So to stop this, if prior advance weather information is there, we can stop some disasters. So for this the satellite is designed. Environment monitoring needs to be better. Okay. And TRISHNA is launched in 2026. Will work from sun synchronous orbit of 761 kilometers above Earth. It is just near to the Earth surface only, 761 kilometers. On many environmental and climate factors. On June 5th, Environment Day, new development brought into people attention. So on Environment Day only this project was inaugurated. So what are the objectives and goals? Already I am telling you, TRISHNA concentrate on only two things. One is water and two is heat. Okay, so the first point, water on the land. The goal of TRISHNA, many people are facing water scarcity a lot in many cities in India. All around world also they are facing water scarcity. Recently we saw Bangalore situation also, how they faced water scarcity. They do not even have water to bath or cook at home. They have to take from tankers. This situation, why it is coming? It is coming due to heat or climate change. This climate change is due to urbanization a lot. For urbanization, what we are doing? Cutting forests. We are cutting forests. So if vegetation is not there, automatically the temperature will increase. So to stop this water scarcity also, it will do an analysis where the water is there, so that the government can plan something to transfer water from high areas to low area. Suppose like from coastal area to inside India. How to transfer water? That plans government can do based on this satellite information. Okay, Earth energy and water process by giving accurate measurements of water stress on land, changes in water quality in coastal and inland bodies of water, evaluate urban heat islands. Okay, as secondary goals we will look at temperature anomalies, glacier dynamics, why glaciers are melting due to heat, snow melt runoff, important for understanding geothermal resources, and volcanic activity. Volcanic activity also a major result of global warming only. Okay. So other functions: monitor water and energy budgets of continental biosphere, assess water quality in coastal. These all points are about water only. These 3 points: monitor water and energy, assess water quality. evapotranspiration for efficient water management, improve agriculture water productivity. And the second one is monitor snow melt runoff. Already it is there, snow melting, glacier dynamics. Okay. Detect thermal anomalies linked to volcanic activity. Volcanic activity is there. Geothermal resources. So technology advancement means what is the technology Trishna have to do this research. Okay. So it is having majorly two payloads. Thermal infrared sensor from CNES. Okay. The satellite will have two main payloads, thermal infrared TIR sensor, one type of sensor, and a visible near infrared and short wave infrared VNIR SWR sensor. This is what sensor 1. Remember like this, sensor 1, sensor 2, only the light they can observe, that is the light range is different. There is thermal infrared, this is short wave infrared or near wave, visible near wave infrared. Okay, these high tech tools will make it easier to map the surface temperature with great detail and analyze surface reflectance in great detail. Okay, what they have to analyze? Temperature and reflectance. What is reflectance means? How much temperature, like radiation, how much temperature area is absorbing. So that night time it will be very hot. If land absorb more heat morning time, night time the area will be more hot. Okay. Impact on environmental management and research. Trishna data will help several global projects. What are the global water watch? Okay, and group on earth observation, global agriculture monitoring, GeoGlam. Remember like that, GeoGlam. Group on earth observations, global agriculture monitoring. The mission results will also be used as essential agriculture variables, essential climate variables, agriculture inputs and climate inputs, so that we reduce disasters. Okay, important for, so what is the use of this satellite? Important for planning how to handle environment and crops around the world. Shed light on satellite abilities on how it help in tackling changes in the environment caused by climate change. So our next topic is UNESCO report highlights ocean crisis. Ocean crisis. Urges enhanced research. UNESCO State of Ocean Report. UNESCO, already you know, many people. UN Scientific and Cultural Organization report points out important gaps in our knowledge of how the oceans work. It focuses on the fact that we don't have enough data to successfully deal with different ocean crises and implement new technologies. We don't have knowledge, okay, and data and technology. So there is gap in these three factors to assess ocean crisis. What is ocean crisis? Heating, global warming. So that oceans are always hot. Okay, if ocean is hot, what happens? Automatically organisms living inside the ocean will die. Okay. So, evaluating and predicting future trends at both global and region levels, it is essential to have better monitoring tools. That is technology, better monitoring tools we don't have to find how the ocean crisis is happening. It's important to speed up research and data gathering. It is very important to speed up research and data gathering. Okay. So what are the indicators? How people come to know the ocean is in crisis? We have to save it, but we do not have the data and research facilities to save them. So let us see here. What are the first indicator is ocean warming. Okay. Top 2000 meters of the ocean warmed at a rate of 0.32 0.03 watts per square meter from 1960 to 2023. Okay, this many watts per square meter. Suppose the ocean is very big, how many watts it will be? How much heat it will generate? That is a question here. And for year, okay, for year to year, 1960 to 2023, in 63 years, how much it changed? The factor indicator. Okay, the study also shows that oceans are becoming more acidic, okay, across many basins. Acidic nature of ocean is increasing, means salty water is coming out. Okay, since late 1980s, pH has been dropped by 0.017 to 0.027 units every 10 years. So due to this acidic nature, the water will also be like chemicals after some time. They look like chemicals because it will happen because many things like pollution, plastic pollution, and sometimes a flight crashes, it fell into the ocean. A ship crashes, it fell into the ocean. So what happens? These all are adding spacecraft. Sometimes it divides from its main part, then it will thrown into a ocean. So what happens? Eventually ocean pollution is increasing. So water pollution is increasing. Chemicals inside the whatever the arsenic contamination is there, everything is added to this. So the water is going on polluting, acidic nature every time. Mean sea level around grown by. So third factor is, first factor you have already seen, ocean warming. First factor is ocean warming. Second factor is acidic nature of water. Third factor is sea level rise. Third factor is sea level rise. These three indicators are increasing day by day since 1960 to 2023. Okay, this is at the rate of 3.4 to 0.03 millimeters per year from 1993 to 2023. Okay, this faster warming has been most recently in last 20 years, comes with a lot of long-term risks such as changes to environment that can't be undone. So once the ocean is heating up, automatically the environment is also deteriorating. That changes we can't undo. Means once they are done, it's done. That's all. We can't change it again. Is made worse by both natural and human actions. Already I told you what are the human actions. The natural action is runoff of nutrients from farms and factories. Like some factories release chemicals into a ocean. So what happens? Automatically water in the ocean will get polluted. And coastal waters can turn acidic due to natural processes, freshwater influx, biological activity, temperature change, climate patterns like El Nino, South Oscillation, human activities. Okay, these are the factors, natural factors for coastal areas. Coastal waters have been spoiled. Okay, what are the reasons? Natural processes like geological processes, like stone rubs with water. Afterwards they form small sedimentary rocks. But what happens? Water gets polluted. Okay, and biological activity like fish is there inside water, it will do everything inside water only. If a fish dies, its residue stays in water only. And temperature change, global warming, so automatically the heat of the ocean will rise. Climate patterns like El Nino, La Nina, we know how much they give impact on coastal areas. Okay, so human activities, nutrient input from agriculture, industrial activities. Already I told you, suppose a company released their chemicals into a ocean, what happened? Immediately after some days it gets polluted. Okay, limited long-term observations, particularly in coastal areas, hinder a complete understanding this phenomenon. But we can't regularly go on observing the coastal areas only. Suppose we have technology, it should be allocated to a glacier. If suppose one disaster happened, it should be allocated due to a volcano. Then it has to allocate it to a ocean. Suppose in a ocean one flight came and crashed into ocean. Then automatically our technology we are using to do research on the ocean only. At that time we are neglecting coastal areas because we don't have much technology or data in India to support this research. Okay, current data mostly from open seas is thought too small for full analysis, especially in coastal areas. So current data what we are having, it is not enough for full analysis of how the coastal waters are getting heated or polluted. About 90% of earth energy imbalance is observed by the ocean. So this causes ocean heat content to rise. So what happening? Whatever the earth energy imbalance, it is observed by ocean. Okay, so automatically ocean's heat increased. Suppose from land to ocean, warm air is traveling. Warm air. This is a phenomenon in geography, you know already. So what happens after going into the ocean? The land cools up. But what happens? Ocean will heat up. Okay. So the same thing happening here. Earth energy imbalance will be transferred to ocean, so it gets heat up. World will have to improve space-based and in situ observing systems for monitoring sea level rise at global, regional and coastal scales. Okay, marine carbon dioxide removal. Okay, another technology. This is a technology used to remove carbon dioxide from ocean basin. Okay, the report acknowledges growing interest in MDCR technologies aimed at capturing and storing atmospheric carbon dioxide. So altering chemical composition of seawater so that oceans absorb more carbon dioxide from atmosphere or adding nutrients such as iron to encourage growth of microscopic plankton that can sink to sea floor and be stored for centuries or long. So what they are doing? So ocean water, they will add some chemicals so that CO2 produced plus my plankton also develop. Okay, plankton also developed. There has been increased interest in MCDR technologies with growing number of startups developing. So many startups has come up in this technology. What they will do? They will add chemicals to the ocean water so that automatically CO2 is produced and plankton also developed inside the thing. Because CO2, if CO2 produced automatically, plants absorb CO2 only. Plants will grow at good rate. Even global warming is there. What we are facing due to global warming, heat up, all plants or corals inside ocean are dying. If we use this technology, what happens? The coral will grow because they are getting enough CO2 inside water. Okay. So alongside funding by United States, European Union. Limitations. So what is the limitation of these MCDR technology? How will they interact with the ocean carbon cycle? Possible causing unintended consequences such as threat to marine life in long term. So they might produce CO2 inside water, but they can harm the marine life also inside the ocean. So impacts of global warming. So what are impacts of global warming and Indian ocean? We know already that cyclones, heat waves will produce. Indian Ocean plays significant role in formation of monsoons, pre-monsoon cyclones that bring rain and pose threats to South Asia, East Asia and West Asia. And North Indian Ocean doesn't generate many cyclones. But recently cyclones are happening in other oceans also. Pacific, Atlantic, intensification. growing make them deadliest by mortality. So 2019 cyclone Fani in Odisha and widespread destruction within its high winds. This is an example that in another oceans also cyclones are coming. Marine heat waves are becoming more frequent and intense, causing coral bleaching. Already I told you, if ocean get heated, what happens automatically? Corals inside water die. Okay, harming marine life. Coral bleaching in Lakshadweep Island is an example of this event. Okay, and altered ocean circulation, marine life. Warming can weaken upwelling, a process that brings cooler, nutrient-rich water to the surface. This can harm fish population that depend on the nutrients. So, altered ocean circulation and warming, ocean warming affects upwelling. Upwelling means a process that brings cooler, nutrient-rich waters to surface. Cool water to surface. So this won't happen. So cool water to surface won't come. So automatically fishes, due to hot water, due to very hot water, fishes will die. Okay. So a decline in upwelling in the Arabian Sea can negatively impact the sardine fishery. This is an example of this event. Okay. For every event we are watching an example. First example is cyclone Fani. Okay, and next is coral bleaching, and third is marine fish death. Corals. Third is marine life affecting. Fishes gets affected. As the ocean absorbs more carbon dioxide, it becomes more acidic, harming organisms. So with MDCR technology also, MCDR technology also, what is the problem? When they add chemicals to the water, CO2 can be produced, but water will become more acidic. Okay, with calcium carbonate shells and skeletons, coral reef, shellfish, Great Barrier Reef in Australia is already experiencing significant damage due to ocean, because ocean got acidic. Okay, and similar threats faced by coral reefs in Indian Ocean. So warmer water holds less oxygen. Increased stratification due to warming prevent deep ocean mixing, leading to oxygen depletion in deeper layers. This can create dead zones where marine life can't survive. So warmer water holds less oxygen. So increased stratification due to warming prevent deep ocean mixing, leading to oxygen depletion. So warm water holds less oxygen. So automatically what happens inside in ocean basin also there will be less oxygen. So what happens? Automatically fishes will die. Okay, human populations are at risk. Disasters, disrupted fisheries, cyclones, threats, food security for millions of people who depend on Indian Ocean for their livelihood. Rising sea level due to global warming threaten coastal communities, inundation and erosion. Erosion, you know, inundation, these are geographical concepts. Okay, like sand erodes. Okay, India such as Mumbai, Kolkata are particularly there because they are coastal areas. Coastal areas are more affectable. Tourism, recreation. So some person go to the ocean. Tourists go to the ocean. After he went into the ocean, if the water is warm, so he can't even enjoy the trip. So he will go back. So automatically what happens, whoever the foreigners coming to see the beaches in India, they won't come. So rely on healthy coral reef and beaches. They came here to see the beauty of ocean only. First of all, marine organisms, they want to see fishes, colorful fishes. But all will be not available. Negatively impacted by bleaching, coastal degradation. So steps taken by India to mitigate effects of ocean heat waves. Monitoring, research, Indian National Center for Ocean Information Services, cyclone preparedness, disaster management. These all are, these two, monitoring, research, ocean informatics, this is research related. And these two, cyclone national disasters means this is disaster related. This is also disaster related. This is also, all points you have to remember, like one is improving research, improve research, or focus on disasters when they will happen. Tell the people to take safety measures in advance. Okay, these are the measures taken by government to mitigate the effects of global warming, ocean warming. So targets, national hydrogen mission, national missions on climate change. So we have many green hydrogen missions, climate change missions available. Forecast cyclone warnings, coastal communities. Okay, India should aim to enhance capabilities of India National Center for Ocean Informatics Services for more accurate, timely predictions. Timely predictions of disasters are there. People will get alert before the disaster happen. Geoengineering techniques, stratoscopic aerosol injection, marine cloud brightening, etc. Utilized on large scale to tackle issue of ocean warming. So stratoscopic aerosol injection and marine cloud brightening. Okay, if marine cloud brighten, what happen? Rain will happen over the ocean, automatically water gets cooled. Okay, promotion of sustainable coastal development practices, building seawalls, levees that minimize damage to infrastructure, communities during extreme weather events like cyclones. When cyclones happen, to save the sea from there, we have to construct seawalls and levees. Odisha government initiative to prevent Khazarania trees along the coast proved effects of mitigating impact of cyclone Fani over Odisha. Conducting public awareness campaigns, regular evacuation drills, educate coastal communities about cyclone risks, evacuation procedures. These are all things you might be reading in disaster management also. Just you have to remember what are the main keywords, what are the new technology, new organization, new plans, new programs. That names you have to remember, because in bits suppose they give like what is the new technology developed to prevent ocean warming, you have to write MCDR technology. Okay, this technology name, that plans, okay, plans and initiatives, these are names you should remember correctly, otherwise in exam you will get confused, because all names, all government programs will be like same only, so you can't even understand what is the right option, what is the wrong option. So this theory is common everywhere. If you read pollution also, climate change also, pollution, climate change, carbon, in everything the issue is same. Ocean gets polluted, ocean gets warmed, land gets polluted, land gets warmed. What are the effects, how it happens, what are the mitigation measures, how much we achieved. These things are common everywhere. But what is the program, when it started, when it's developing, what is the new technology, that you should be perfectly remember, otherwise it would be a big problem in writing the exam. Okay, so establishing marine protected areas to conserve coral reefs and other fragile ecosystems, collaboration of international efforts to address climate change, limit global warming. Okay, so international efforts also should join to address climate change and ultimately benefit Indian Ocean. So overall, UNESCO reports highlights critical knowledge gaps that need to improve data collection and understand. So what is the summary of this entire essay? Only one thing, we don't have data or technology or knowledge to face ocean warming. That should be developed soon. Okay, that is a summary or meaning of this article. Okay. So this is the session, but I just missed one important topic of this session, that is Bonn Climate Change Conference recent update. This we will discuss in a separate video, because this is a important topic for UPSC. These all are what I told till now, that you have to remember. Just you have to remember, like one new topic added in current affairs, that is this one. But this is very important topic. This we will discuss in another video. And one more topic, last topic of this session is fungus parangrondium album. Fungus parangrondium album. So this is nothing but a organism that eats plastic on ocean. So it can reduce plastic pollution. One plastic eating organism. It eats plastic. Okay. So this you can see here also. Marine fungus Plasmodium album was discovered to break down ocean polythene or plastic. Okay, it converts PE derived carbon into fungal biomass, but it converts only plastic on upper layers of ocean, that it was affected by UV light. It should be affected by UV light from sun, or whatever inside ocean, inside plastic, it can't be decomposed by this, it can't be eaten by this. Only the UV light induced plastic only eaten by this organism. Okay, converts PE derived carbon into fungal biomass. Fungal biomass means whatever the plastic, after eating, this organism is there, it eats plastic and converts it into a biomass. Biomass like agri waste. One plastic item will be converted into agri waste. Okay. So energy source, a process that requires initial photo degradation of PE by UV sunlight. I told you now already, whatever the plastic is there on upper parts of ocean, that can be eaten by this fungus. But whatever the plastic is there inside the ocean, it can't be eaten by the fungus. It has to come up to be eaten by the fungus. That is the condition here. Okay. Means it is a, like people are there, they can eat only veg, only non-veg. Means it is a condition of their habits. So in the same way, it is also having one condition, that whoever the plastic eaten the sunrise UV rays, that only it can eat, not the inside ones. Okay. Parangrondium album is fungus found in Great Pacific Garbage Patch, other marine environments and historical sites like monuments, museums. Where it's found? It found in Great Pacific Garbage Patch. Okay. And marine and inside water and historical monuments. It is associated with deterioration of stones and wall paintings. With wall paintings, historical monuments and inside water it's found. So polar soils, P album has been found in polar soils also, polar areas. How it breaks down plastic? P album breaks down polythene, a plastic used in water bottles, grocery. Polythene everyone knows, we use covers in our daily life, that can be eaten by this P album. Okay. Fungus uses UV light to break down the plastic, which then releases carbon dioxide. It can only break PE that has been exposed to UV light. Okay, this already I told you. The fungus uses carbon from plastic as an energy source to create fungal biomass. These 2 points already I told you. Okay, carbon dioxide similar to the amount of carbon dioxide that humans breathe out. But it releases, it eats plastic. It eats plastic. Okay, this is P album. It eats plastic and releases a biomass. Biomass plus CO2. This is amount is equals to human inhalation. How much human release when they breathe out? Suppose we breathe in and breathe out. When we are breathing out, how much carbon dioxide is released? The same carbon dioxide is released when it eats plastic. That is a logic here. You have to remember 2 things. Only UV subjected things. UV subjected plastic can be eaten by the P album, and the same CO2, how much the humans inhale out, that much CO2 produced in this reaction. So P album is a chemoorganotrophic organism, meaning it gets organic compounds from its environment. It gets organic compounds from its environment. It has given several names, changed fungal genus several times. It has given several names and changed fungal genus, means family, several times. It was first described as Tricharan album in 1940. The discovery highlights potential of P album to degrade floating ocean plastic litter. So with the P album, we can reduce plastic pollution in ocean. Okay, over 400 billion kilograms of plastic produced annually, much of which ends up in the ocean. So in the ocean, how much plastic pollution is there? Per annum, there is 400 billion kgs of plastic pollution is there. But this much the P album can't degrade, but just at least 100 million if 100 billion if it is eating. So some part of pollution we can reduce. Okay, I am optimistic that other plastics degrading fungi may exist in deeper parts of the ocean. So masters of degradation due to their diverse. So the scientists hope that like these organs, some more, if 3 or 4 found, then it will be helpful to stop the pollution in ocean. Like that the scientists are expecting. Okay, here you can see the picture of P album here. See, this is the one. This is the one. Okay. This is the picture of the P album fungi. Okay. So thank you. With this environment and ecology issues of 7th June 2024 over. But only one concept left, that is Bonn Climate Change Conference recent update. That I will discuss in a separate video because it is a lengthy concept. We have to discuss from Paris Agreement, so it takes a lot of time. So the video can be of 30 to 40 minutes, I expect. In the next session, I will finish this and post for you in YouTube. Okay. So stay tuned to see the next video. Thank you.